Hi guys, and welcome back to the runway for another podcast.
I knew you were going to do that.
Sorry. Today, Tim is out. He's off on a family trip somewhere. I think is he going to Miami or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody pays
I
him
have
too
no
much.
idea.
Florida. There's Florida at least,
That's
at a
right.
minimum.
Yeah, Tim's off to Florida. So we are joined, or I am joined, by Patrick, who is usually behind the camera, who knows more about YouTube than Tim and I do. Thanks for all the comments on the last video. He knows more about YouTube than you do. And, of course, you might recognise this voice/face. Archie Hamilton is back. He's basically got nothing to do this morning, so he's popped in.
Literally. No, I'm joking.
We were like, do you want to come in? You were like, yeah. I was like, okay, cool.
So Patrick turned up, picked me up in the 4C.
Yeah, picked up in the 4C, living the dream.
Yeah, very cool.
And
Had a nice little drive down in the 4C. And
your back's still all right?
back is still all right.
Yeah, all in one piece.
It is.
We had a few
you know
issues
what?
in
I was
that.
actually saying to him, I really like that car.
It's a cool car.
It's faster than
Gets a
people
lot
give
of
it credit
looks.
for.
Yeah.
Gets more looks than the Lambo. I was thinking, maybe I should have spent a lot less money on a car. I just wrapped it purple chrome.
You should have.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad actually, because we're now out of Christmas and out of New Year, that you didn't do a Christmas video. With
I
any
think
of your
everyone's
cars.
happy.
Yeah. I'm very happy.
Yeah.
Well, Patrick, he deals with my day-to-day sort of annoyance.
Yeah, I work with you a lot, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And I think I relieved a lot of people when I said there's going to be no Christmas video. But I went for a Q&A on Christmas Eve with Tony and Tom.
And how did that go?
That went well.
Good.
Yeah, better than last year. Which is not difficult.
Onwards and upwards.
I could probably upload a video of me going for a run around London. That would go better than last year, to be fair.
Well, as you guys know, you probably, if you're watching this, you recognise where we are. BOTB have kindly let us back into the office. We are here. If you don't know anything about BOTB, where have you been? You've probably seen Archie's drag races. You've seen me banging on about it. I'm the guy also
Our
that
drag
does
races.
our drag races. Thank you.
And hopefully you've seen the video that was uploaded previously in the Headlights channel, which
one?
is the RS3
Yes,
video.
the
behind
RS3
the
they got
scenes.
one. Yeah,
revealing
behind the scenes of BOTB. If you don't know what BOTB is, go and check out the video for sure. You can see a guy winning a abbed RS3.
That was very
for
cool.
Christmas, which
How old was he?
Crazy, 20 years old. And I actually found
It
out.
kills me.
I know.
I found out this
I'm
morning.
not allowed to play. But
No, you're not allowed to.
We're not allowed to play.
I
But
found out this
could.
morning. BOTB they're on the phone with Abd. They're putting the order through. They're making sure.
What is a runtime on an abbed car?
Well,
Do you
3
have
weeks.
to? Do you have to really only three?
only
do
3
you have to
weeks.
buy a car from Audi and give it to Abd, or do Abd buy the car, or
You
how
can
does
do
that
it
process
both
work?
ways. So if you've got an RS3,
Yeah.
then you can take it to Abd and go, I want the kit. But the good thing with Abd is you can't just buy like a front splitter and then stick the badge on the back. You have to buy the whole thing. So every Abd car is a proper Abd car. It's not like
Tune and body kit, not just one or the
exactly.
other.
Yeah, and the RS3 goes from 400 horsepower to 500 horsepower.
Jesus.
That's insane. So yeah, you can either take your RS3 to Abd and get them to put everything on, or you can say to Abd, I want an RS3 Abd edition. And they go, okay, great. What colour do you want it in? Do you want a sportback or a saloon? And they'll go and find the
You pick
right
a saloon.
Oh, very cool.
Me and Archie had a disagreement about that, didn't we? When you had your press car.
I like the sportback. You
Saloon.
go
Saloon.
No,
You
go
like
on.
Sportback, don't you?
I'm more. I had the saloon for three months.
Yeah.
3-month loan. And I loved it. Day to day,
Right.
getting around. It is very cool, and it is like, it's cool. Looks wise, I'd go for the Sportback. I always
me
said
too.
that.
Yeah.
Always said that.
I think it looks
But
better.
what, practicality-wise, saloon?
Yeah.
It's just easier with the other with the next two doors, right?
I think
the other
so.
two doors.
Yeah. Well, you have the extra. You have the
Yeah,
doors
you have
on
there's
the
a 4-door
RS3 as well.
on both options.
Christian,
God, I thought you knew about.
I
You're
thought-
meant to be.
I
you've
don't
got
know
all
anything
these
about
notes.
cars.
You're
but
meant
you
to know.
literally
Got all these
don't.
notes.
Yeah, me and Archie are in trouble. You're the one with all the notes here for what's happening in
Okay, one's a
He's
little
2019.
bit longer than
he's
the other
like
one.
the presenter. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
One's the
shocking.
yes, exactly.
I'll shut up now.
The news, so I feel like the news at 10 with this.
Yeah.
But we are here today in the BOTB offices. Again, if you don't know about BOTB, BOTB.com, these guys give away a dream car and a lifestyle prize every single week of the year. It's quite insane working with them that I get to go out and surprise
Must
people
be
with these
amazing.
cars.
One day I want to come along to a surprise. by
You
the
should.
way.
Well, yeah, Shmi came along to one. Absolutely loved it.
I would have loved it.
Absolutely loved it. It was just...
That's why I saw it and I was like, I think I'll be having a good time there. I
Yeah.
watched
Archie-
every. You know what? I've said this to you all along, but I watch every single reveal of who's getting a car.
But they're addictive to watch, aren't they?
Yeah,
They're
they
addictive
are.
to
Oh my
watch.
God, how are they going to...
And then it's live, and I'm like, I just don't know how he's going to react.
Yeah.
And some of them, he's just like, yes. Next guy's just like, yeah, cool. Next.
Well, we were...
I'm like, you've just won a car.
Well, we were really worried that this guy wouldn't know who Shmi was because obviously we don't know, BOTB doesn't know who the winner's going to be until they've done the judging and stuff. So Tim was already
It could
in
be
for
anyone.
that. Shmi was in. Yeah, it could be anyone. It could be a 70-year-old guy who might not know who Shmi is. Anyway, Tim came along. We found out it was a 20-year-old guy. We were like, okay,
there's a good chance.
Likely of him knowing who Shmi is pretty high. Anyway, we turned up and I opened the door and he looked at me and went, oh my God. And then he looked at Shmi and went, oh my God, Shmi.
Yeah.
So that's quite cool.
Because nobody knew that Tim was coming until the day, right?
No,
it was a surprise for everyone.
It was a surprise, yeah. But yeah, guys, go and check out BOTB. Well, we are here today on this podcast to have a little, I suppose, a very small recap at some of the cars that we got in 2018, but mainly to look at the cars, the supercars and the really cool sports cars that we might get in 2019. Now, anyone got a favourite from 2018 that they liked?
I did like the Concept 2 Rimac.
That was cool.
Because I'm a big fan of Rimac. After, me and Pat, we went out and did the drag race,
famous the inaugural drag race.
The inaugural drag
history.
race. Oh, you all right, mate?
No, it's been a big Christmas.
Christmas and New Year is obviously taking its toll.
So we obviously went round and we had a tour of the Rimac factory and we saw the work going into it. Obviously, knowing sort of 300 staff, they now got 400 staff, and the
company's growing hugely.
Have they released any Concept 2s yet, though?
No, not till 2020.
2020, I think it is. Yeah.
So it got announced, but no one gets a car.
It will come out before the Tesla Roadster. Won't it?
Will, just before. Because initially, when I actually watched, you watched there was a podcast.
Yeah.
When Mate Rimac, who's the founder and the guru behind the whole thing, very clever guy, a lot cleverer than I'll ever be. That's not difficult. Anyway, but yeah, so he obviously, they're making the Concept 2. They wanted to make it into, I think they make 150 units. Something
I think it's a very small number.
Yeah, so better than the Concept 1. Concept 1 was like 6.
Yeah, they made like eight of them, and then Richard Hammond crashed one. So there was 7.
One down.
And then there's one press car.
So I think...
that is a highlight for you.
Yeah, and I think what they're trying to do with it, they obviously saw what Tesla were doing, and then he was like, well, Tesla aren't going to lie about that. That's going to actually happen. So Tesla 1.9, and they somehow mixed a few things around and made theirs 1.8, not 60. Wow. 1.8.
Yeah. And the interesting thing for me is Mate, having seen what he can do already, we know that that's definitely going to happen. Whereas with Tesla, Elon Musk is very good at saying things and then not delivering. Yeah. A la Model 3, which is a car coming out in 2019.
Well, yeah, we can come on to that. I didn't realise, though, with the Roadster, if you... As a Tesla owner, you get basically like a referral code.
Oh, did you see those tweets as well from MKBHD?
Yeah.
That's insane. You need to get on this. You need to get a Tesla.
You get a Tesla, you get a referral code, and you give that to all your mates, or you put it on your online social media if you've got a big following.
It's like an Uber, like an Uber referral code. You get like £5 back if your friend signs up for Uber. Imagine that, but for a Tesla.
But for a Tesla, and if you get, was it the magic? I want to say the magic number is either 25 or 15.
Yeah, if you refer that amount of sales.
Let's say it was 25. I can't.
It was a big amount. Like you'd basically be like a dealership.
Yeah, if you refer 25 people that go and buy a Tesla, they give you for free a Roadster.
Like a 250 grand car.
How cool
you
is
just
that?
get one because you referred so many sales to them.
25's a lot, though.
That's a lot. I mean, not many dealerships in the UK, I'm sure, are selling 20 because the Model S's are expensive. I mean, when Model 3 comes out, it'll be easier, but
25's a lot.
Model S, what they start 50, 60 grand. So you've got to sell that's 50, 60 grand, 500, a million, over $1 million quid worth of cars. You get a 250 grand car for free. So
it's not gonna happen, is it?
No. Well, I mean, tweet it out anyway, but
Tesla YouTuber wins free next gen Roadster.
Yeah, so MKBHD is
a big.
He's like a 5 million, no, more than that, maybe like 10 million subscriber tech channel, does tech reviews, the kind of stuff, technology we're using here.
It's 50. Has referred over 50 Model S and X
So
sales.
he got a Model S quite early and has kind of documented his progress of owning it. Had some issues with its steering where, like my car with no power steering, at one point the steering just died whilst he was driving, and that's pretty dangerous. And then it got crashed into recently. So he's always made videos about it and updated it. And yeah, he's must have referred now over 50 people to buy cars. And he was going to buy a Tesla Roadster anyway. He already had his name on the list, already put down a deposit, but I guess he'll just get the deposit back and get one for free. So.
The Tesla Roadster was in my list of cars, but we might as well go to the next one now because I think we've done that.
Yeah, we've done that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I can't believe Rimac, they've cut a second, or sorry, 0.1 of a second off that of a.
But what you've got to consider,
Roadster.
I mean, you guys have done drag races when you're in supercars, and what's the quickest you've done? Probably 2.9, 2.7 roughly with the Hurricane and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Imagine that being almost halved.
Well, I was in the LaFerrari.
Yeah.
With a Rimac.
What's that? 2.5, 2.6, something like that.
And
it's another second off.
The Rimac just disappeared from me, and I'm in the LaFerrari. So imagine
another second off that. Yeah,
Electric's future. There's a podcast on that. Go and have a look at it.
To go back to the past, though,
yeah.
a car that was although announced in 2018 is coming out in 2019, and I really want one. I think you both already know what it is.
No.
Suzuki Jimny.
Yes, I was going to say it. I was going to say it.
All right, so the Jimny. Can you put an order in now for one? You can't you?
I've been badgering a lot of dealers up and down the country for one.
Does everyone want one?
They've got dealership cars in, so like not press cars, but like dealer cars where you can go in like demos. And then you can order one starting January, and then the backlog's already until like June, July. I called a dealer like 2 weeks ago, and yeah, it's a. Do
you not waft a load of cash in their face? And go,
I said like I want a really, I will buy one really early because I really want one. But yeah, no, it's like June, July.
Carnage in that thing.
It's a mini G wagon.
It is a mini G wagon.
Okay, guess the. Do you know the pricing for the top of the range?
15 grand.
Yeah, it's 15k.
It starts at 15, but what's top of the range?
20.
17.
18 and a half. with the premium colours, the metallic colours, and like the auto or manual gearbox with all of the mod cons. It's the deposit of a G wagon, but you get the car in cash if you can do it like that.
That is good.
That's a video.
It's a series of videos. But how do we get one?
Well, I don't know. You have to find a dealer in the UK that hasn't already sold out their allotment for 6 months or more.
I was going to say, haven't you got a contact with Suzuki? But then you're like, why would you have gone?
I don't think Suzuki PR know what to do with themselves because all of the big publications have made videos with them, and they've all done really well. And I think there was a thing that came out that said that they had an allotment, like production run of about 3,000 for the year, and they've already got 10,000 orders. So it's just like you can't even get one. It's probably safe money. They probably won't even depreciate. You can probably get overs for them.
How can an 18 grand car depreciate 18 grand? I mean, it can't.
Yeah.
Whereas supercar,
yeah. I mean, they're not fast. They don't handle very well, but they look really cool. It's like a Land Rover. It's a brand new Land Rover Defender, basically, like same kind of sizing, like the old Defender.
I'm going to check how I can get one after this podcast. I will be trying to find one.
See tweets from Archie re Suzuki.
Yeah.
Right, let's go on. I've kind of done it in alphabetical order. There will be loads I've missed out, mainly because I kind of wanted to try and get this in within half an hour.
Yeah, and we're not going to do every Audi model.
So
there's a lot of them coming out.
Yeah, there is a lot coming out in 2019. But the Audi e-tron.
That's going to be early based 2019. On the. Oh, this is where my car knowledge will come out. Q3 or Q5? Which one?
I can't remember.
It's the same. It's one of the first electric cars with a body of a normal car. If that makes sense. If you look at a Prius, it's their first all electric car.
I mean, it's gonna kind of rival the I-Pace and the Model X.
Massively.
But there's some really cool figures on it. It's got 402 horsepower, claimed range of 248 miles, which before anyone goes, it's not enough, it's more than enough.
Well, if they listen to our podcast with PodPoint CEO, I can't remember his name.
Eric somebody.
Yes.
He was lovely.
Yeah,
and he knew a lot.
He kind of dispelled the myth of like, 240 miles isn't enough range. Because like if you were coming here today, you would come here, charge your car here. Maybe you went to the shops. Yeah, it's charged again.
Well,
so
going
kind
on
of almost
to that,
at 100% all the time.
The charging system is pretty cool. It's got 150 kilowatt charging port, and apparently it can recover 80% of its charge in less than half an hour.
That's insane.
So that's pretty cool.
80%, so that's
seriously quickly.
200 miles in half an hour.
Yeah, and also it says here as well, it claims that 30% of the e-ron's total range is accounted for by energy recovery.
Yeah.
So from braking and going down hills.
Do you know what's mad? Is I was just thinking that
70 grand, by the way, for the e-tron.
They're still expensive, these electric cars. Although you won't have this on your list, I didn't think. But the Kia, is it the Kia Kona?
Oh, I saw it on a list. I might have left it out.
It's quite cheap, but it's the same kind of premise of car, mini SUV, 250 mile range. But I think they're like 30 or 40 grand.
Right.
I think if once electric cars, and this is what
get to that 30 grand.
This is what the pod point guy said, wasn't it? Was that if the cars come down in price because the battery technology gets cheaper, they'll become more affordable. Then you'll have no reason not to buy an electric car.
Now we'll go on to a few RS models because there are quite a few coming out in 19. Q5 is one of them, 65 grand ish. That's going to be what, 444
RSQ5, yeah.
RSQ5 sounds good.
Yeah.
RSQ5 will be
Hopefully they sort
insane.
the exhaust pipes out, which I'm sure they will.
Well,
someone will sort the exhaust pipes out. I'm not sure Audi will be able to. Yeah,
that they're trying to get.
You just have to get aftermarket. Mate, your videos will start doing better now because all of the exhaust videos, you can just do an exhaust video on every car next year because they're all going to have this emissions issue and you'll just be like, well, buy this, buy that, buy Quicksilver. Like it's.
Well, that I was saying to you, wasn't I? The 2018 SVR just sounds terrible.
In terms of other cars, RS7, late next year. or
Never-
late,
never been a fan
late
of that
this
car.
year, late
I
Never been a
2019.
I may or may have not done something around that car that I can't talk about. What I can say is it's very, 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 very fast. Very
4-litre
fast.
twin turbo V8 is linked to an electric motor in some of the versions.
Yeah,
I mean, that's gonna be
I didn't
what,
experience that one, but
670-ish horsepower, 850 newton meters of torque.
It will be quick, but I just don't like the styling there.
do you not like the
quite
saloon
like
coupe, like kind of?
I'm more an
Fastback.
RS6 fan, which I will leave.
You'd rather-
Oh yeah, what's happening with the RS6?
They'll bring out a new one this year, surely, because
It'll be
they.
this year.
You were saying we were just saying before the podcast, they've stopped production of those cars.
Yeah, you can't
now, so
buy
you can't
one.
buy a new one, which
So-
means there has
which
to be a
means-
new one coming.
Yeah, it's got to be this year.
But you don't think it? I think
Geneva.
You think?
Yeah,
I think it'll be
Geneva.
high.
Audi could
50
go.
quid bet.
Imagine Audi could go big at Geneva.
Don't wink at me.
No, Audi could go big at Geneva this year if they've got all these new RS models kind of looming.
I think Geneva will be RS6.
Hybrid?
That would be
Turbo.
insane. Imagine
You think turbo? I think hybrid.
both. Why not
Well,
both?
I just don't know if they've had
Turbo
enough time to
hybrid.
make hybrid.
I don't know.
Well, yeah, it will be turbo.
No, but hang on.
hybrid.
You've got the Panamera E hybrid turbo or turbo E hybrid or however you pronounce that name. Surely it will just be like that.
The
but an
RS6
Yeah, maybe.
is Audi's. If you say to anyone, put Audi with a car, they're going to either link them to an R8 or an RS6. I think, anyway. Pretty
Yeah,
much.
they're
pretty
their
quickly.
flagship cars.
They're their flagship cars, really.
And you've seen how good
They're
the new
not-
RS4 is that came out this year.
So they're going
the
to...
RS6 is going to be good.
They're going to go in
Yeah.
on this one.
Bentley Flying Spur. About
I've
middle
got
of
no interest in that
2019.
at all. Have you?
135 grand.
You'd be wafting, but like I'd
I mean,
rather
you're
a
causing carnage in your own way, but
Yeah, it's not me.
not a bit of me.
No.
It's basically an extended version of the Continental GT.
So it's
It
going
will
to be,
be
so
ins-
it's going to
it'll
be
be
200
nuts.
grand.
No, more than that, 300.
Well, it's saying here from 135.
$250,000.
Once you put
With
like,
depreciation of 100 grand when you've driven it out of the showroom, yeah.
yeah, it's 135 after 6 months of ownership.
Apparently, you can also the new platform supports 48-volt electrification. So
Wow.
you can basically make it a plug-in hybrid.
Just never really been a Bentley fan. Sounds bad, but it's never really done anything for me.
Right, that's that one done. On to the next one. We're on to BMW. Have we kind of covered everything that Audi? Basically, there's going to be loads.
There's a lot of
new
RS models coming
out.
this year.
Yeah.
When does this
year.
go out?
Well, this is in the new. We're now in
2019. Yeah, in 2019 there will be a lot of RS models.
You can wink now. It's not Christmas Day. You really think I'm going to be hanging around you on Christmas Day? You got another thing coming. Okay, we're on to BMW. So lots of Audi RS models come out this year. The new 3 Series, starting from about 33 grand. I think it looks quite nice.
It's got bigger again though. I don't like that. This is
Yeah,
why I like
they
the
are getting
RS3
bigger.
Saloon and the A3 Saloon. If you want to
I
get
like
the
where
lower
BMW
spec
are now
one.
going with their interiors.
Yeah, they're better.
They are a
M2
lot-
comp for me is still an issue.
It's still an
Yeah, I
issue.
know, mate.
Sorry, I'm just getting a bit excited. It's still an issue.
Well,
Yeah.
the
With the
new
M3
3
I know
Series,
it works well, but yeah, the new 3 Series.
the
some
new
of that,
3
much
Series
better.
comes with this new BMW's CLAR, C-L-A-R kind of platform, which enables these cars to be hybrid again. So we can see where everything's going. You know, talking to Eric at Pod Point about electrification of cars, he's right. They're all moving there. They're
Yeah.
all going
And all of your
hybrid.
normal
The
cars
next
will
one
become there.
Yeah, will just be electric.
But the interior for me was the downfall for those sorts
Mate,
of
the
cars.
seats
never
in
been a
your
fan of
M2 look
BMWs.
like they were in an Uber driver's seats. They were. How many miles did it have it when you got it? Like 10,000? It wasn't even used.
No, it wasn't even that. It wasn't even that. And it literally was like, the seats were bad.
it looked like a bog.
And I've told so many people that I had a bad experience with that car, and everyone's like, "Oh, you must be mad." But I can't help my experience. I get the M2 is a good car.
Yeah, they drive well.
They
They
drive
look
well.
cool.
They look cool.
Have
But
you
the
driven the
interior
compact
lacks.
And I've never driven the comp, but I've been a passenger in it.
Right.
And all I get different is I get that same feeling that I am in an M2, which is obviously it's still a really cool car.
Very plasticky. I
Yeah,
never
the
liked-
interior.
But I
Never
don't
liked the
interior
think
lacks.
it's enough to make me. I don't know.
I think with the new M2 comp it's got the M3 M4 engine in it, but it's like detuned. I reckon if you can get that, if you could have Josh Webster's tune in his M4 in an M2,
I don't see why you couldn't.
because it's the same engine, so it's possible technically.
I don't know what it is with the M2. Maybe it's something with the new comp wheels, or I don't.
I don't like the new comp wheels. I don't like either option.
Not a
There
I
we
don't
go.
like either option.
Okay.
Anyway,
Well, we'll stay on
wait,
BMW
I think
for a
we did
minute.
the same with cars, but yeah.
And actually, I have to say, I do love the look of this one, the new 8 Series.
8
Yeah,
Series
good.
is cool.
Yeah,
You're
Grand
wafting
Coupe.
in that.
Yeah.
You
Oh, that's
are.
what-
There's an
Eighty
M8
grand.
coming. Have you seen the leaks for the M8s?
No.
Mate, that's...
Mate.
M8. That's a big old bus.
It is. That's a cool car.
It will feature either a 320 horsepower 3-litre diesel or a 625 horsepower 4.4 litre petrol V8.
600 braking, right?
Yeah,
That's the 840M, isn't it?
Yeah, the M8, the Mate Grand Coupe, will also join the ranks at a later date.
Yeah. Although I've always been very confused about, you just said the Grand Coupe there. You've got you have the 5 Series Grand Touring, don't you? Which is like a weird
I can never understand
shaped
which one's where.
Well, all the manufacturers are doing it now. That's why there's about 18 different variations of SUVs. Like back in the day with BMW, it used to be X3, X5, and then that was it. And then they brought out the X1 and the X2 and the X7 now.
There's a lot of numbers and a lot of letters.
It's
like
just
this
complicated.
One, the new BMW Z4 starts from about £37,000, March 2019.
I think that'll be a good car.
It's been developed in tandem with the Toyota Supra, so who knows? Maybe it'll never come out. Now, it looks to me, if you're watching this on YouTube, by the way, hopefully Patrick's put a little bit of an overlay in. It looks to me like a cross between a Abarth. What's the
124?
Yeah, the Abarth 124 and a Mercedes SLK or SLC.
Okay.
Do you see what I mean about like the front?
Yeah.
It looks very kind of Fiat-y Mercedes.
If you
I was
look at the
thinking that it
headlight
looks very
here, it looks-
Abarthy.
Yeah, it does look very
Almost
Abarthy.
looks a bit AMG GT, this front end.
I actually drove
lights.
the old Z4. I'd spent
Do you
quite
like
a lot of time. Yeah, I did like it. And I think it's got people call it a hairdresser's car. Take that however way you want it, but I don't.
It's a premium MX-5 124.
It's a good little car.
Because what's a 124? 25 to 30, and now this is 40.
From 36 grand, so it's probably going to cost you 45 grand. I think it's a lot of car for the money.
Yeah, and they're bringing
weighs a bit less than the last one as well.
They're bringing so they'll have a Z4 40i, which is the same as like an M140i.
Okay,
so it'll actually have like a decent 3
And this one, it goes back to
V6.
having a fabric roof on this one. So on the generation.
Oh, it was all going so well.
Yeah, but it saves weight. It saves weight.
It does,
Not
yeah.
a fan of fabric roofs.
On to the best brand in the world, Ferrari. We're obviously going to get the Pista Spider, the 488 Pista Spider.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that's going to go for overs like the 458 Speciale Aperta?
Yeah.
Because 458 Speciale holds its value well. Tony's got a fantastic variant.
Absolutely fantastic.
But then if you go for the Aperta, they're like silly money. I mean, Parker's one. I mean, he was pretty honest about how much it cost. It was like big cash, like £500,000 plus. Do you think these are going to do the same?
Is approximately 275. That's estimated at 275.
But do you think they're going to shoot up to £500,000, or do you reckon they're just going to?
I just don't know. I don't know what Pistas are going to do it in themselves.
Has any Pistas come up for sale yet? Do we know?
I don't think so.
Only a few people have got them.
I saw. Is it Charles Leclerc, the F1 driver? I saw his one in Monaco. That was cool. He had like one of the first, I guess, because he's now a Ferrari driver, isn't he?
Yeah.
So.
That makes sense. No, I don't think. No, none have been for sale.
I don't know about you guys. But
You wouldn't
for me,
be going in good books if you're.
No, well, you're not getting another Ferrari if it's for sale, but if you
there
want
doesn't
out,
seem to be quite as much hype about the Pista as there was about the Speciale. Now, is that because it's got a turbo, or is that just because?
Well, I don't think anybody was as hyped about the
moment?
488 as they were about the 458, right? Like 458 was a.
Speciale.
You've got to consider that the 458 came from the 430. And in terms of a step up in car, that was like insane.
I think that's
you went from
a
430 that had like a really shit gearbox. Frankly, it wasn't like a twin clutch or anything. It was a very slow gearbox, to a car that had this really good gearbox, and it was like really fast, really modern. And when did that come out? Like 2011, 2012.
Yeah, I think
so it's been going for like 6-7 years. So people have really grown to love that car, even if they didn't like it.
I love
to begin
it.
with.
It's the first supercar I ever drove, 458, and it's still the best
thinks.
car I think I've nearly ever driven.
Yeah, and I think the turbo
fantastic.
generation, it doesn't sound as good. I mean, maybe it's better built. I think it's the same issue we're having with people have had with the 720S. It doesn't break down as much, but it has the same issue of like, it's an objectively better car. Like, that's what Tony said, didn't he? He was like, it's faster, it's better, but it's another 458. That's why he went back to the Speciale, because he had a 488 and...
Yeah,
it just doesn't quite have the same passion. Like to drive, the characteristics of the car are just. I mean, trust me, the 488 is ballistically fast.
Oh, it's insanely
so
fast.
quick,
It's
so
absurd.
quick. And yeah, I can see why it's doing better lap times than a 458 around a track, because it will.
Yeah.
But just for me, and it's a personal
got no
opinion,
sound.
it's lost a little bit of soul.
But I'd even
that's
rather...
why I don't know. I don't know with the Spider. I couldn't tell you. It could either go huge, or
Well, could it do Huracan Performante? because that car is the same ilk. It's a modern day limited supercar that, in theory, should be going for overs, and everybody bought them thinking they would probably be safe. Yeah, they did 50% off January sales.
You could literally those cars.
Yeah, people have lost like 70, 80 grand on them. I mean, you know what they're going for in the trade. You speak to Dean. I mean, that's just publicly what they're going for. Whether they sell at that, I don't know.
Well, they're a below 200 grand car now, which is
strange because it's like Tony would say,
they will go. They will settle. They will settle at around 200 though.
Yeah, because they are a really good car.
List?
Sorry,
what was list?
250 to 300, depending on what you spec.
Well, I mean, your Huracan's holding fairly
really well. That is why I didn't go for the perf or whatever.
But then when you were looking at the 458s, they were also holding them.
They were also holding. I don't get personally. I don't get into new cars because I can't afford the risk. So obviously Hurricanes have stayed the same for 2 years.
Was that quite? Do you think that was quite lucky from your point of view buying that car, or did you buy the Huracan because you had a feeling it would stick at that value?
I knew it would. It's never going to be sort of less than my kind of deposit going in kind of thing. So worst case scenario,
you lose your deposit.
Yeah, which is obviously bad. But if I wanted to, everything went
wrong tomorrow. It's a safety net, isn't it? Yeah, it's a safety net.
I could still get out and get out. But
do you factor that in as well? So when you say, right, I'm going to own the car for, let's just say 12 months, at the end of the 12 months, it might have cost me my deposit. You have to just mentally go, it could go. If you get some of the deposit back, you're like, okay, great. Yeah. I'll use that to help fund the next car.
I had to just be a bit careful.
Yeah,
and that's when obviously looking for the next one, I just need to know that my safety net is fine.
Mate, if it's not a GT3 OS, I'm never going to talk to you again.
Talking of Porsche, what's coming out in 2019 for Porsche?
Well, I haven't got to there yet. We're on F now.
That would have been.
That was a good segue. Yeah.
Well,
I thought he calls himself the radio presenter.
Shut up. I can go through here. Right, Ford Focus Active, 24 grand. I put this in here just because I thought
Tim's not here, so we're going to have to move on from that one.
Just wait a minute. So this is basically like an SUV Focus.
It's the same.
Can I see it?
Yeah.
It's the same thing with that stupid Mini Countryman plus size massive. I mean, I've got classic Mini, so maybe I'm a bit biased.
I just thought it was quite interesting to put in.
It's a good family car.
I just don't know why you wouldn't just buy something
30mm.
Why wouldn't you just buy a Jimny?
Yeah, firstly, that. Secondly, why wouldn't you just buy whatever the next size up from a Focus is because you want a bigger car? Just buy an S-Max, a C-Max. Is it a C-Max?
Right. Wait a minute.
I was getting excited. I wanted to have my brain prepped.
We already know this, but obviously the i30N Fastback N, the high-end
I don't like the looks of that one.
Coming out in February.
I'd rather have this is the car I'd rather have the hatchback of.
i30. Sorry.
It's the i30 Fastback N. Well, the i30.
So like RS3 Saloon versus hatchback.
Very cool.
I'd have the hatchback. But I can see why people would want this though.
I think Hyundai are doing good things.
They are. They're doing really good things.
I had a really great time in that i30N around Ireland.
Are we saying this because we'd really like to borrow one again? Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to send one my way, I'll happily drive one. Yeah.
I've not driven one yet. I would love to. Though.
I had so much fun in it. It was really good. Yeah, it was really good.
The little pops and bangs it makes.
Reminded me a lot of my A45.
Manual as well, right?
Manual.
And it's got a really clever diff, hasn't it? It's like an electronic diff that you can change between different modes.
And it's got everything that you...
you can't get it in an auto, can you?
No.
I think
it's just manual.
Lexus, the LCF. So this is basically... the LC was crowned Coupe of the Year in 2018. Mm-hmm. So the F Performance version is basically going to be coming late 2019. Beefed up body kit, wider arches, more aggressive front bumper. As you can kind of see, it's a little bit half in camo in this picture. But sources are saying that it's going to be potentially powered by a new 4-litre twin-turbo V8 developing around 600 horsepower. That'd be quite a big upgrade from the V8 that's in there, 471 horsepower.
That's cool.
It's a wafter. That's another wafter. It's like an S-Class coupe kind of era car, isn't it?
I mean, Lexus have always been quite good at making their cars sound decent as well.
Yeah. The LFA is probably...
Well, the LFA is just the all-time...
exceptions to the rule there, yeah.
But also, a drop-top version of the LCF might be coming out as well at some point.
It's definitely not for our demographic, but an interesting car nonetheless.
No.
And one you can probably win on...
Which I know I'm going to like.
Probably one you could win on BOTB, Christian.
BOTB.
In 2019.
2019 might have the LCF in £90,000 for that.
What is it?
Right, well, we're going to Mercedes now. So the first one I've got is the GLB, the Mercedes GLB. So it sits between the...
Archie's face is
he's
also
confused.
my face, yeah.
It sits
not heard of
between
that.
the GLA and the GLC.
That makes
Can
sense.
I just go back to the point of why do all these car brands have so many different model variations?
Yeah. I mean, they've dubbed it the Baby G-Wagon, but as we all know, the Jimny is the Baby G-Wagon.
Yeah, the Jimny is the bit. Again, it'll be a really good car, but like, if you want just get the one up or the one down.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 28 grand as well. That's actually quite good value.
It's likely to be powered by a 2-litre diesel. It'll be linked to their fantastic 9-speed automatic boxes. The top of the range AMG GLB 45 is said to be on the cards later on as well.
Talking
and
of
they'll also set it
A45s.
up with a plug-in hybrid.
Archie's excited.
we can move on to this because the next one, as you already spotted, Archie, is the A45, the new A45.
That's got to be a 2019 daily, surely.
That is got
You
me
45 grand
written
extras
all over
You
it.
say about not buying a car brand new, but surely this has got to be one to if you could get one, and
If
if
I
it
could get
does
one, I'll
have
get
the
one.
hybrid.
Heard it here first.
I still literally want my old one back.
That was a good car. Drove that back from Geneva. It was a good
Sounded
car.
like a wet fart, mate, whenever it went past. It was...
I couldn't care less what you think. That car, it was great.
It was good.
It sounded atrocious. Only because you put that stupid exhaust on it.
No,
Everything else would be all right.
Wasn't stupid. And
Yeah,
the
it
camo wrap.
Yeah.
The camo wrap was stupid.
Well, weirdly enough, this A45 is under camo still at the moment.
Yeah, the camo wrap was pretty bad. Driving around London and that, I think people were just like,
there was a tension
What are you doing?
gleed onto you there.
it's chaos.
People are saying it's going to be around 400 horsepower.
Yes.
Does that put that in line with like an RS3?
It's more than RS3. RS3 is what, 394?
Yeah.
So it's more than an RS3.
They always said it was going to be 400 brake. Basically,
It'll be forward drive again as standard.
But they're
45
suggesting
grand-ish,
potentially hybrid as well. Which
mid-2019.
I'm
really?
interested by, yeah.
Oh, okay.
so
It's
it's
been
not gonna
rumours,
you're
I don't
not
know whether
really
that's
going to get
confirmed.
hold of one till
2020. Maybe.
I
Well,
would
it depends when it comes
maybe
out. If it comes out
2020.
Geneva, you'll get one by the end of the year.
I
If
feel
it
like
comes
Geneva's
out-
going to be good this year.
I think it'll be good. I think there's a lot of big brands because they've had to this year that they've had now. All of the European regulations has meant that they've had to stop production.
Yeah.
So they're basically everybody's just like front loading all of their new models to come
piling
out
up.
in
I'll be there,
2019.
and I'm sure I probably would have ordered a few cars by the time I've left.
There'll be a few videos saying you're
Not
ordering
before
stuff.
Tom has.
Yeah.
Tom will run around before you with his credit card.
Yeah.
Mini are bringing out a Mini EV starting from around £25,000 late in 2019.
That's a good idea.
An all-electric mini hatch.
That's a good idea.
Obviously, it will join the plug-in hybrids like the Countryman.
That's a bad idea.
No, but I think it's such a popular car, especially in London.
Yeah,
That's a
the
really
small,
good idea.
a small nippy little mini with a 150 mile range, 200 mile range, perfect.
If you live in London,
Yeah, that's all you
we
need.
saw the Mini EV concept at Frankfurt, so it looks quite spacey. I thought it looked quite cool. It's like it would look like what I think a John Cooper Works would look in like 2024.
Yeah,
So it looks still quite stylish. I don't know if it will look exactly the same as that, but we'll see. And hopefully it'll have more mileage than the i3. It's also about 180.
yeah, it's
Claimed.
not.
yeah.
It's not too
We'll
good.
see. We'll see. So Mini could be quite a fun one. Porsche, here we go.
Here we go. Back to there. Remember that segue I did about 10 minutes ago?
Yeah, come
Yeah.
back onto that.
The Panamera is just a good one, isn't it?
Well, do we want to talk
I thought it was
No.
a Panamera there. I got it
No,
wrong.
sorry, mate. Cayenne Coupe, 60 grand estimate,
A
summer
what?
2019.
A Cayenne Coupe.
A Cayenne Coupe.
It looks nuts. Look how mental that looks.
So basically,
That actually does look kind of cool.
I think Porsche have looked at BMW's X6 and gone,
We'll have some of that market
Yeah, we
share."
want to have a bit of that. So now they're going to go for a coupe Cayenne. Well, we've seen it in a bit of disguise again. If you're watching this on YouTube, there's a picture probably on your screen now of what it looks like. It's a little
Thanks
odd.
for that, mate.
It's kind of like it's been rear-ended slightly, but it'll sell.
You know it
Everyone
will
will
sell.
buy it.
Of course it
You
will.
know
Everyone
it will
will buy it.
sell.
Your
It's-
dad
People
will
just
buy
will
it,
get.
Archie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
that
He
on
buys
red-
all my cars. Don't make that the title of the video because he doesn't.
Staying on Porsche. So just so you know, I think I said, but Cayenne Coupe around about 60 grand estimate for that. The Porsche Taycan.
Did you see there was a video? I think it was a video or at least an infographic,
epic.
a picture that came out about the naming system, and they had all of these reasons, and I still don't understand why it's called the Taken.
Oh,
Just sounds like a Jason Bourne film.
yeah. Do you mean Jason Bourne, or do you mean who's the other guy that does the?
You know who I meant?
Yeah.
I know who you mean.
Not Jason Bourne.
Not Jack Nicholson.
Not Jason Bourne.
The other one.
Oh my god, why can't I remember his name?
None of us could do
Everyone's commenting in the comments
Yeah.
as we speak.
Liam Neeson?
Yes, Liam Neeson.
Yeah,
Bingo.
Liam Neeson.
Well done,
He's
Patrick.
carnage,
Liam
that
Neeson
man.
film. So this will be.
I will find you and I will kill you. That was quite good.
That was not bad.
That was impressive, yeah. We'll take
clip
that.
So this is going to be Porsche's first full electric vehicle when it goes on sale. Autumn 2019, they're saying. 600 brake horsepower super saloon. You've got four-wheel drive, obviously, as all these electric
Is this a
cars
Model
do.
S competitor? What's the price?
75 grand.
Yeah, so it is.
Yeah.
That'll be really good because they've been working on that for a while.
If it does look, I mean, have they said that it's going to look like this? Because it does look
I don't think they've
amazing.
given proper full production shots yet, but there's been a lot of teasing, and I think it'll be a modern looking Panamera with just electric, and it'll be really, really, really fast. And
Yeah, they're all
like I said, Model S
moment,
beater.
aren't they?
I think it'll be beating Model
0
S
to
easily.
62 about 3.5 seconds. So
Pretty quick.
pretty nippy. Pretty nippy. Top speed limited to 155. I mean, yeah, all these electric cars, they do lose a bit of steam coming by the end. But
Yeah, well, we had that when we drag raced to Tesla.
yeah,
Lost
you
it on the
just-
top
you
end, didn't
Getting
it?
a new phone, isn't it? I think it's going to keep on going to the point where I don't know. They're just
Yeah,
going,
what's the battery tech? I mean, we just seen with new phones, you got the Huawei's and the what's the
Yeah.
other one? The OnePlus, the McLaren one that charges in like it charges 80% in like 10 minutes or something.
Oh, right, wow.
And the Huawei does about the same.
and you could literally have so much. And
That Mate 20 Pro you've got
Yeah.
is good.
If it-
It's
for people on
seriously
YouTube.
good.
No, here he is. He's charging because he's not had a charging cable for 3 days.
It's a great phone.
It still had battery.
It's a good phone, that.
But yeah,
If you're not watching on
I
YouTube,
really
that
want
would
one.
have sounded odd. But
I am so tempted to swap my iPhone out for one of those.
Should we start
So
a tech
tempted.
podcast as well?
the camera,
should take
the camera is unbelievable.
Oh, the camera's insane.
But what it goes the same with cars is where
Yeah, the technology is going to
so
develop
good.
so quick.
So the battery will last like 3 days, and you could even wireless charge another phone from another manufacturer by resting that on the top
Yeah,
of
yeah.
it, and all these new things.
Yeah.
Where the world is going in 30 years' time, where our petrol and diesel is going to look ancient,
Yeah.
Well, they will.
They'll all be barn
and there'll be
farms.
no Formula One.
No, it'll all be
Formula E.
Yeah.
And what I didn't actually know is that Formula E apparently owned the rights to all electric racing.
Oh, that's clever.
Wow.
So
Well, it's an
there
FIA
might not
sanctioned
be a
series,
Formula
so-
One.
Jeez.
In
No, I
10
don't think
years'
Formula
time.
1 can ever go to electric because then that's just Formula E, isn't it?
Yes, but if every car manufacturer has got
Well, you've seen a lot of the car manufacturers have already gone to Formula E, haven't they? You've got Porsche in there
Porsche,
Yeah.
BMW,
No, they'll all
BMW.
pile in. They'll all pile. They have to. They
Yeah.
have to have some kind of motorsport division, and it'll have to be electric. And the top will be Formula E.
now. They just got to make the cars faster. Well, this goes back to the battery tech. The batteries
Yeah.
have got to be better because they used to have to
Switch
remember season
cars.
1 of Formula E where they had to jump between
Yeah,
cars halfway through
'cause
a
the
race,
battery wouldn't
and now they don't have to do that. But then the next stage will be them actually being as fast as F1 cars.
That
But
won't-
it's turning into like a Xbox game, isn't it? Because you can even give, like via your phone, you can give boost
Yeah, you can give
to the
fan
cars,
boost.
fan boost. So if you're,
Mate, you should enter Formula E. All those fans,
yeah, oh yeah, like anyone's
Yeah.
gonna,
although it'd be dislikes,
Christmas
not
Day
likes, so-
fans.
yeah, loads of thumbs down. You'll just be,
I don't know what you're trying to say here.
you'll be poodling along at the back.
Yeah.
Range-
Archie's released a Christmas Day video. Oh, he's been lapped.
He's lost half his power.
Quality Street rap.
Yeah.
Formula E car.
Quality Street are going to be fuming with him.
Range Rover Evoque, we've obviously seen it. There was those really cool, when they launched it, wireframe models. I don't know if
Yeah.
you saw that they released.
Did you see
as
the
a
launch
market.
down in? It was in Shoreditch, and they used like old underground, like train underground station.
Oh, I didn't see that.
And they had like this whole like off-road course and like a big pool, like a water-filled pool that you could drive through. It was insane.
Some video went
Cra-
viral doing
yeah,
that.
crazy launch.
Oh, wow.
And the car actually, I think it looks good.
I think it looks great.
Key with this car is what they've done, and you'll see this on the photo, so I don't have to point at the piece of paper. But the whole top line is one fluid line around the whole top of the car, and it's all
So it's in-
black. There's
and
no
it's-
roof color
Oh,
difference.
okay, fine. So
It looks so
basically
much
from
better.
the wing mirrors up.
Yeah.
All of that top bit.
It's like how you get like a
it's being dipped.
two-tone Rolls Royce.
Yeah, yeah.
But because the window line's so high, I think it looks really
Okay.
cool.
It does look really cool.
Helps a lot.
£31,000 ish starting from, and deliveries are going to be early this year, early 2019. Yeah, that'll be good, that car. The Velar SVR.
That's
is
a bit
gonna
of
be
me.
coming late
That is a bit of
2019.
me. I love the
Well, it's
Velar. I
gonna
think
be
it looks
insane.
amazing.
The Velar looks crazy. The SVR will be amazing.
Would you swap out
Yeah.
Velar SVR?
Yeah.
5 litre supercharged V8 churning out, it's even in your language, 550 horsepower. I'm just worried about how it's going to sound because
Yeah.
obviously
No,
they've
you'll
got
need an
this whole
exhaust.
emission
I
stuff.
think we've got to the point now where you'll need an exhaust, an aftermarket exhaust for any car you want to sound as good as it could.
I'm slightly worried, but we'll soon hear about
I think it
the
will
sound.
be good. I think it will be good.
Personal favourite of mine, the Renault Twingo. Summer 2019, £10,000 you can buy a brand new car for. And I reckon it'll be all right, to be honest.
Get rid of it.
Thanks,
Okay,
so guys,
cool.
for watching.
No, no.
I think we'll have to cut it off here.
No,
All right,
I think, it's a lot of car.
For a first car, 10 grand.
For a first car, that's good. Is it electric?
No.
No, I'm
You
out.
can't quite beat the generic sort of girl in the Fiat 500.
Fiat 500s are good.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry to...
Maybe as a guy, though, you might want to buy a Renault Twingo. I don't know. You might look a bit cooler in that than a
No,
Fiat
you need an
500.
Astra.
Here we go. Model 3, Tesla.
Well,
will it ever land?
Yeah, did they actually come out in 2019?
Late
Soon to be seen.
I'm
Late.
pretty sure we could have,
Late.
we could have
December
recorded...
the 31st.
We could have done this podcast a year ago and said late 2018.
Yeah, well,
and
they were
we'd
meant to be
now
coming out
going
this year.
late 2019. I mean, they've got so many orders for
Did
these bloody
you
cars.
did
I
you
don't
see
know
the
if they're
thing that
ever gonna
happened in
fulfill.
America? So you get tax rebates, I think, on buying electric cars, and Tesla have honoured all of they anybody that couldn't purchase an order that was coming through in the end of 2018, so the last like 2 weeks. They've like cancelled all their orders, said you'll get one in the new year. We'll just give you a new order. All of those cars that have already been built were taken to dealerships, so they don't have dealerships, but taken to location in the US. And you could order a Tesla almost in your like say your exact spec. You would get the car like the next day if it was already in your town.
Oh, wow.
If not, then it had to be shipped across the country, so it'd be there in a week. So you'd order a brand new car, it would turn up a week later, and then Tesla were honouring all of the tax rebates for that as well.
Wow.
So because in America
fair
they've got a clever tax system, so you save like 10 grand or something on the car.
Well, the Model
Really
3
clever.
is a car that everyone's chatting about. And weirdly, Shmi and I were driving past the Tesla dealership in West London, and there is a Model 3 in there, I believe.
Oh, really?
Well, we
It's a
thought we
demo.
spotted one. Potentially a demo, yeah. We thought we spotted one. I don't know if anyone's driven past. It's on that West Hill roundabout, the big roundabout.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
big one.
Yeah, and the really lovely new Tesla dealership there. I think they've got a Model 3 in. We thought we spotted it anyway as we dashed past. And
Cool.
of course, yeah, Model 3, 35 grandish.
Starting.
Which is, starting.
If you want autopilot, a large range,
Are they gonna
it
sting
goes
you
to
for
like 50, 60.
Okay, so we're talking
Still not
50,
bad,
60.
though.
But it's like every other. It's like
Good
when you
car,
buy
I
a
think-
Porsche,
I
it's
think
like
it's a good
starting
car.
at 40 grand, you end up spending 70. Because
Another car that
of the
we've been
options.
waiting on for a long time, the Supra, the
Yeah.
new Toyota Supra.
Yeah, Z4's really good.
On sale, summer. Is it? Or is it?
I don't know. The Z4's
knows?
come out
I've heard
now,
good things.
and it is this shared platform, shared engine. From the leak shots I've seen of that aren't in camo, it looks insane. It looks
apparently
really
the
cool.
final production model will go on show at the Detroit Motor Show.
Hang on, when was that? Oh, that's in January.
No, that's
isn't it?
January. That's
Okay.
now.
Not Christmas Day like it
Not
is now.
Christmas Day like it is now, no. So, yeah, we should get to see what it looks like without that stupid camo wrap on, which
That'd be
has
really
been
cool.
like that for about a year now, hasn't it?
I've always liked the Toyota GT86, so I think that thing will be a step up from that in power and in looks.
Apparently the reviews are pretty good, so let's see.
Yeah, on the Z4 the reviews are really good. So
Well, yeah, it's shared, so the
Sa-
new sort
no, because it's the same. Because this hasn't come out
same,
yet. So.
well, it's the same engine as the Z4.
Yeah,
Same
same.
engine,
It's a
300
shared
horsepower.
platform, same chassis, everything. It's just different body.
Yeah.
It's the same with the Audi R8 V10 Plus and the Hurricane.
Yeah, you've had both, mate.
That,
Do they drive differently?
Yeah, the Hurricane drives worse, funny enough.
Oh, dear.
And you pay more for the experience.
Supra's going to be about 50 grand. We'll see more at the Detroit
Literally.
Motor Show. Golf Mark 8. We're
Oh,
on
Christian's intrigued now.
now. Yeah. Hopefully they'll do a GTE version, I'm sure.
Now we're
So is
talking.
yours on-
You got your order in, lad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, first
I
on
bet
the
you-
order.
Pre-order.
They
Is
will
yours a
fly out the door.
Yeah,
They
they
will.
will. Is yours a Mark 7.5?
Yeah. So it will be the
So
next one.
yours
after
is the
mine.
facelift from the Mark 7,
Correct.
and this is like the next iteration up from that.
Yeah. Starting from 18 grand.
What are the big differences?
Autonomous driving tech in the latest one. That's what everyone's chatting about. It's
Can
got
we do an autonomous
a
drag
big old
race?
digital cockpit as well. We should. Yeah, we should
That
do
won't
that.
be
Legal or safe?
Well,
no.
close
It'd
road.
be illegal because we're on an airfield.
It would be safe.
Would we have to paint white lines though down the runway?
yeah.
Do we
So
sit?
it didn't veer?
We sit in there when it
They
all
sit in the back.
Sit in the back.
No.
I don't like that. I don't
out,
like the
you're
idea.
I'm
of that.
out. What, with a broomstick to the brake?
God, yeah, no, rather not. It's,
I'm out.
Weirdly, the new Golf is slightly longer and wider than the current model.
Wider could be cool.
Yeah,
Imagine a Golf R if it's wider again.
Well, I'm just worried about all these width restrictions in London.
Nah, I wouldn't worry about that.
I'm not very good with those anyway.
No,
I
go past those immediately. But I do think that this is going to be cool.
Yeah. So summer 2019, Mark 8 Golf starting around £18,000.
They'll absolutely fly
They'll have a
out.
completely new inside as well. So lots.
I'm
of
intrigued to see what the
autonomous driving
interior is
stuff.
like on that, because that'll be the next
digital
generation
cockpit
Volvo.
assistance systems.
Volkswagen.
And they've got all those new connectivity for breakdown, emergency, all of the stuff that they're starting to implement.
SOS.
Which is becoming more of a thing that you could literally break down and just go.
Yeah.
Push a button and
In
somebody
the
comes to
4C
your
under
help.
It's like you're on a plane.
under the visor, I've got an Italian phone number,
Have you?
and that's it. It's just, I guess if
And
you
someone
break,
go, hello. It's
Mario picks up the phone.
Yeah. You're like, I broke down on the M3. They're like, sorry.
where Palmer?
Yeah. See you soon. No. The fact how.
But you can press a button now when it goes
break
through
down.
to
Like, oh no, I've broken down.
Yeah.
Push the button.
That's me just pushing a button. By the way, if you're not listening,
SOS.
keep watching on YouTube.
Volkswagen T-Roc R.
Chaos.
Yeah, I think the
They were
T-Roc looks
good.
insane, but the
Who
R
was it?
is going to be
Tim
crazy.
had one of those at Goodwood, didn't he?
What? An R?
No, not
Oh, the
R,
T-Roc.
Just the T-Roc.
Yeah, I think it looks really cool.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I went into a dealership, a Volkswagen dealership, to actually inquire about the car I got now, and there was a T-Roc there, and I walked past it and I went, I could see myself.
And I imagine that
in
R
there.
will be based on the same as the Golf R, because all of those R range cars are all pretty much
well,
the
they
same
lift
engine.
quite a lot actually. So they'll lift the 19-inch wheels from the Golf R, also modified rear bumper to make way for quad tailpipes. And under the bonnet, we'll use the 2-litre turbocharged engine that develops.
There's a lot of power out of those
around about
engines.
300 horsepower. 35 grand, not bad. Summer on sale in summer.
Same price as still rather the A45, roughly.
A35 for that price, surely.
Yeah, A35 for that price.
But
But that's a good car.
It's gonna
We
be
need to get
about
one of those
10
on a
grand
drag race.
What, T-Roc R?
No, an A35.
Oh, A35.
And
yeah.
a T-Roc car.
Yeah.
All of them.
Get them all in.
Just get them all in.
What if we just got every car with the same Golf R engine and just saw which one was better? You'd hope it'd be the Golf R, right?
Well, it would be the lightest one, I would have thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It won't be the T-Roc. That's quite hefty.
It's quite a heavy car, yeah.
And that's kind of it, but there is a few other little things I wanted to touch on. Lamborghini is apparently planning a hybrid V12 glow-in-the-dark hypercar. It's codenamed
So
LB...
did you just say glow in the dark?
Yeah, I did say glow-in-the-dark. LB48H
That
will
is a
debut
wrap.
next year, as in
You've always
2019.
said this to me.
I've always said that's actually I forgot about that. I've always said to Archie, glow in the dark wrap is just absolutely
Well, and
mental.
apparently it might use supercapacitors instead of batteries.
You've given me some ideas.
Yeah. A glow in the dark. It looks terrible during the day, only looks good at night. Because
does
you
make
remember
sense.
those stickers you got as a kid and they were like that weird
yeah.
off-white
Yeah.
colour.
Yeah.
It just looked
And you
terrible
have to
during the
charge
day.
them up with a torch.
You have to park your car outside, otherwise if you parked in your car park, you'd be in trouble. It wouldn't
Oh,
work.
what, another car?
But look, this is apparently what it's going to look like. If you're listening to this, it's kind of like
It's a cool
what
prototype.
what would you say that looks like? Like a bit like a Reventon or
Like
something?
a
Centenario.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
a
yeah,
bit like
Centenario.
a Centenario.
Yeah, the wheels look pretty neat. Probably won't look anything like that. So that could be quite cool. Subaru.
No. Before we go,
Lamborghini.
before we're back to
No.
Lamborghini, new Huracan's going to be due
Yeah,
soon.
facelift.
Really?
End of Jan. I reckon
A
we'll get that.
facelift? How many years has that already been
Is it
out?
actually end of Jan?
I don't know. I'm just guessing. It's
Oh,
got to be
hang
soon.
on, Archie's having thoughts now.
Facelift. Yeah.
Get rid of the Lambo.
I reckon end of January,
No,
February.
why would it be
hear
end of? It would be at a car show.
It wouldn't
They're
be.
not just going to randomly
It's
launch
gonna
it, surely.
be. It's gonna
It'll be early
What?
2019.
Okay, think about it. Think about it. Think
You
about
think
it.
late?
I don't
Think about it
early.
this way.
way.
What else does
Why
Lamborghini?
early?
Why wouldn't it?
But
How
what-
many
what
spice
else-
shots there been in this? Hardly
None.
None.
I didn't even know
It's
there was
not
one
even.
coming.
They've got their own testing facility and stuff. They don't need to buy. I reckon by the end of
How
February.
many laps of that SVJ or the Performante or
Yeah.
everything else go round a Nürburgring or something? That's where it gets tested. It's not even
I
hardly
reckon.
been
I
seen.
know.
50
I reckon
quid by
two
the end of
things.
February.
No.
We'll know what the facelift.
End of
Lambo
March,
looks like.
yes, because Geneva Motor Show.
I'm saying end of Feb.
That's no different. I'm saying like August.
No, there'll be two things. I guarantee two things that will prevent this from coming out. It'll be a motor show because they want to. What else have they got to release? Nothing. Second thing, they'll wait for all of the Performante spider orders to be finished. If they're
Finished
still
or
if they're still
depreciated?
delivering, they won't have finished depreciating. If they're still delivering Performante or Performante spiders, there's no way they can bring out a facelift. It'd be like bringing out the Aventador S whilst the SV is still being produced.
Talking about facelifts, do you like the new Audi R8 facelift?
No, I don't really understand the three. I mean, it's not.
know.
It's not a letterbox. I don't need.
I need to see one in person. I think
160 grand apparently.
Back's better. The
Really?
back's better. The front, I'm not sure
I
about.
know. 160
I
grand.
need to see one in person.
You know what? When has a facelift ever been a good idea? Really?
I'm trying to think of a car where a facelif's been a good
7.5
idea.
Golf. I love mine. Facelift on that looks better. That's
Give me
pretty
another
much
one.
it.
Give me another one. V10 Plus doesn't count because it's a totally different car, really.
Yeah. It's also called the V10 Performance now, not Plus. The facelift.
We'll come back to that.
Different name.
That's a whole podcast.
Yeah, there's a whole podcast on.
It might be a very short podcast.
Here's another one to think
When
about.
is the facelift? It's actually 9 times out of 10 I talk utter beep, but that's actually quite a good point. When is the facelift?
Here's another one.
Gone?
Yeah.
When's a convertible ever been more beautiful
Never.
than a coupe?
Never.
Name me a car.
Silly
in the comments.
idea.
Get in the comments.
Get rid of all of them.
Anyway, by the end of Jan, I reckon we'll see the new Huracan facelift.
Huracan Perth Mantis Spider. Shocking. sorry, but
Anyway.
it should never have had. Should be. You've taken away half the shape, and that car's a racing car for the road, and you've just cut the roof of it. Okay, next.
Aston Martin.
Probably getting killed right
Valkyrie.
now.
Is that actually coming out?
Well,
Yeah.
Well,
Sounds
hang on.
like an
Haven't
F1
they?
car.
They've been having. Oh, it's not them that
1,000
Mercedes.
horsepower V12 that revs to 11,100 RPM.
Have you seen the video of the engine, the
Yeah.
Cosworth engine?
Cosworth engine.
Absolutely
It's
absurd.
insane.
But then to
That
flip to
car's
that
chaos.
car's definitely coming out, the Valkyrie. But the Project One, they've been having issues with
The exhaust and
the emissions. Because they're trying to put a real F1 engine in it. Like Nico Rosberg made his video, didn't he? Specking his one. Your best mate.
Apparently, we're also going to get a track-ready Subaru WRX Sti.
Brilliant.
It's about time the new one of them came out.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I've been waiting for that all day.
Yeah, it's been a while.
You know
I
what?
quite like it. I grew up on a
next to the
farm.
Jimny.
This kind of stuff, this is up my street. You're just going to potter around bloody Sloane Street in your Jimny. I'll
Yes.
be rallying.
Yes.
an
That's why
STI.
you buy an auto.
Carnage.
And one of the last ones I want to talk about is the 718 Cayman GT4. Where is it? I want it now.
Christian really wants that car.
I do. It will be at the point, I think, where
It won't be called. Will it be called a 718 GT4?
I'll probably just
It'd be a
called
confusing
GT4.
name, wouldn't it? It'd be like a GTC4 Lusso. It's like, what's going on there? 812 Superfast.
You do have a bit of a thing for GT4s, don't you? You do. You're a big fan.
Yeah, I've owned a Cayman in the past. I haven't owned the latest
Oh,
718.
you have. You
Yeah,
have actually.
had
What did you have? The
Cayman S.
981?
9, yeah, whatever the one was before this one. Yeah, had an S, loved it. I fell in love with that car, the way it handled, the way it drove. I thought it was fantastic. And that's why I was very close to buying a GT4. And then about, just over a year ago, everyone was like, oh, the new GT4 is going to come out, new GT4. And it's just taken time
still
and time.
waiting.
Yeah,
and
there's
time,
still
and
nothing
we're still
going on.
waiting. So I think, again, it's going to be the issue of...
GT4 RS.
I've
think
heard
that'll
about
happen?
that. I've heard about that. One turbo, one not. One.
Now
one?
we're
Which-
in.
well,
now we're
if
talking.
they bring out a GT4 RS, they've got big
It's-
trouble with
But do
like,
they
the
bring it
GT3
out with a
range.
GT4, or do they
Well,
wait?
have they got
I
trouble
think
with the
they
GT3 range? No.
Why not? You're going to be producing...
No, because
near enough-
GT4 will be 65, 70 grand again.
Yeah.
GT4 RS will be 90. Carrera T will be 100. And then, GT3 will be, what, they sell
No, but just
115?
in terms of power and stuff, I think you're going to be touching on the door of a GT3.
No, because
They'll
they'll
make
make
it-
it manual. No, because the GT3 RS is meant to be PDK if they're going to do it, isn't it? That's what people are suggesting.
Did you mean the GT4 RS will be PDK?
Yeah, so GT4 RS will be PDK. So, yeah, they would have to make it like Carrera T power. 400 brake.
Exactly.
No, that'd be the.
That would be insane.
But if it's turboed, 400 brake in a turbo, we've all
And
seen
it
what
would
that can do in an
look
RS4,
amazing.
Oh, yeah.
RS3.
It would look incredible. Let's see. I think
That's where my money is. For 2019, if they release... You can hear it now. If they release a GT4, I'll buy one.
Look, you get to make
really
a My Best Friend Bought a Cayman GT4 video, mate.
No. What
Not
was it?
My friend, take the best bit out. It's a bit. That's too clickbait.
Well, with that in mind, I think that... Does anyone want to add anything? I think we've
No, just
covered
I think
2019.
Oh,
2019 is going to be good.
We missed the best brand, and it's not Suzuki.
Alfa Romeo.
Exactly.
Oh.
So the 4C's been discontinued in
Thanks
2018.
for listening, guys.
God bless. And now they're rumoured to bring out a 6C, although I don't know if that's coming out next year. It's not even been announced.
Oh,
But there's going to be an I think it will be an M4 competitor. They'll take the Giulia Quadrifoglio, which is an amazing car. They'll
Yep.
cut off 2 doors, make it shorter, like an M3 to an M4.
Same engine?
And then, same as a Giulia Quadrifoglio,
Oh,
yeah.
That engine's
That would be
bonkers.
insane. And if they could get all the handling characteristics to be correct, that's for 60,
Yeah,
70
let's see what
grand.
Alfa Romeo bring out.
Yeah.
That might be
cool.
the only interesting thing they bring out.
Okay.
More Mitos.
Cool. Well, I'm sure there's other things that we've missed. So, guys, please do if you're watching this on YouTube.
Yeah, comment below. And
Yeah,
when
please
Tim
do
Oldham
comment
comes
below.
back, we can actually have a serious chat about cars. Well, you can. I'll sit behind the camera again. And
I'll bring my paper out
He
again.
will just nerd out.
Oh, he will. Tim's
Yeah.
great at that. Guys, thank you very much again for listening. Thank you again for watching. Please do go and check out botb.com. Those guys give away a dream car every single week.
And they'll be giving away a lot of the cars that you've talked about today.
Well, they have to, because they add all of the new cars if people want them.
Not the old ones, not the discontinued ones. You've got to go for the new ones.
No, we're talking Mark 8 Golf.
We're talking A45 type stuff.
Oh, yeah. As soon as the A45 comes out, that will be in the BOTB.
Yeah.
And that will be the biggest seller, no doubt.
Probably, yeah. It's a wicked
That'll
car.
be in the headlights.
Guys, thank you again for watching. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you again soon. Cheers for now.